Brothers and sisters of the celestial energy, this brother was light on this high prince, Sima Baturi Anu. We're going to go into some information here, talking about the seventh dimension. All right, the seventh dimension is very important for us to learn about because this is the dimension when we link into the powers of other worlds. We look into otherworldly energies. We look into other worlds within worlds. Okay? Inside of us, we have worlds. All right? We have extremely powerful worlds inside of our carbon-based bodies. And we have the ability to link into some of the most intricate levels of power ever known. Okay? So the key is what? Meditation. All right, that's number one. Meditation is the key. The second second part of linking into these other worlds is designing your mind to become something greater than what you are or how you feel within this earthly vessel. Okay, so the key point is to design your mind. The key point is to redesign yourself, to reshape yourself, and you reshape yourself through your thoughts. All right, the ancient ones could link into the zodiacs. All right, so like if you're a Taurus, or you're a Cancer, or you're a Capricorn, or you're Virgo, Sagittarius, Cancer, you actually have the ability to link into those star systems. And under my old channel, Remedy H, we did that lesson about linking into the star systems, linking into the powers and the energies. All right. So the key in this is to link into other worlds. And as you go into your point of meditation, you linking into those worlds, you will find yourself moving into the powers within those worlds. And remember, whatever you do in the spirit realm shows up in the physical realm. All right, this current realm. But your third dimensional body, all right, remember, top, bottom, front, back, side, the realm of thought. Thought is very important because it's how you think. Therefore, what a man thinks, therefore he becomes. All right, so you focus on those worlds, all right, within yourself. Like, let's just say, for instance, I'm a Taurus, so I link into the Taurus star system. Now you have a whole cluster of different worlds in the Taurus star system. All right, you have some planets that's got 4 rings and 5 rings. Some planets that are just gigantic, colossal planets, and you can visit those different places. Okay, all right, and this is where your spirit goes. Your spirit will go into those worlds, but your spirit doesn't have to go to the worlds on the outside of you. It goes into the worlds on the inside of you, because remember, everything that's within the cosmos that you see up in the air is already inside of you. Especially we as the original carbon people, we are literally cosmic beings. So the key point is the seventh dimension is taking you into another world. We talked about the sixth dimension under Remedy Age. We talked about the sixth dimension, how the sixth dimension is that dimension where you combine the fifth and the third dimension. Remember, the fifth dimension is the cosmos. All right, the sun, the moon, all this crazy energy. All right, and you combine the fifth and the third dimension. That therefore your sixth dimension, your vessel becomes a six-dimensional vessel. All right, your vessel becomes a six-dimensional vessel, which means that the energy that is within you becomes a six-dimensional energy. All right, and it literally, you can literally send that powerful energy from your vessel outwardly. And this is the benefits of going into the other worlds. All right, this is the benefit of going into the other powers, the other energies, and this is what mankind fears the most, is us going into these other worlds and pulling up some crazy, stupid energy, causing their world to fall. All right, so it's highly, highly important that we link into these other worlds, that we link into these other powers, these other abilities that are within us. All right, meditation. All right, how do you meditate like this? How do you go within the worlds? You meditate. You want to sit down, and you want to be able to control your mind. All right, you want to be able to control your mind, and you want to be able to control everything around you. Okay, and you want to put your hands directly on your lap. All right, you put your hands on your lap, and you close your eyes, and you say within yourself, I'm taking myself to worlds beyond my mental capacity. All right, therefore now you're getting ready to link it to other powers, other worlds, and you're going to see, you're going to see the faces, and you're going to see the eyes looking directly at you, and they're going to turn around and say, okay, here you go, let's go there. All right, so this is the whole key point in linking to other worlds and being a part of this powerful cosmic fashion. This is so important for us all. All right. Just wanted to pass that on to you because this is what the seventh dimension is about. The eighth dimension is when you combine all the dimensions together. All right. And we're not talking about the higher dimensions, because the eighth dimension, you haven't gotten to the higher dimension where you're combining everything from the first dimension to the seventh dimension all together, right? That's the importance of the eighth dimension, but we're going to go into that a little deeper. All right, so, but this otherworldly energies, okay? Give me a second here. We're going to continue to talk about this here. I got to run to this gas station real quick, but we're going to continue to talk about the seventh dimension and all the powers that have been endowed to us. Okay. All right. I'm back now. Let's talk about Avatar Korra. Avatar Korra was a perfect example of other worlds. All right. She went into meditation, and she was focusing on a higher world. Because you remember, your seventh dimensional realm is you going into your higher self. All right. Avatar Korra, she was able to link it to higher worlds in her meditation. Okay. She was able to link it to higher worlds, and she was able to communicate with higher knowledge beings. She was able to draw energy and strength from those higher worlds. All right. The messages are in the cartoon. We have a total of 5 higher selves. All together is 6 of us. All right, and you may have seen all 6 of yourselves according to your mental capacity at some time in your meditation. You got to remember the cartoon Naruto showed you that you have 5 higher selves, because when in Naruto, when he does his hand mudra, when he does his hand mudra, what happens? He says a chant, and 5 of himself comes out. All right, which shows the 5 higher selves, and they have power. All right, it's just that you may see them initially, but they have power, and link it to what they don't show you in the cartoons. So that your higher selves can fight with you and for you while you are in a state of battle. All right, so this is the 7th dimension, linking it to higher worlds, higher energies, higher abilities, higher powers, visiting the worlds that are within you, the energies and the dimensions that are within you. So you have Mars and Jupiter and Venus all within you, but you must go higher than Mars and Jupiter and Venus. You must go outside of our current galaxy and enter. Hey, what's up, Mike? Rod. And enter into other galaxies. And the whole key is that you link into the higher energy and higher power of who you really are. All right, mankind doesn't want that. This is when you become linking into your Superman. Superman goes into another world. All right. Yes, he goes into another world, and you can see he leaves the planet. All right, when Superman leaves the planet and goes back to his home planet, what has happened? He goes to a world made of crystals. So, we have higher worlds that we can link into that gives us powers, energies, abilities, knowledge beyond the capacity of your imagination. All right, this is what the 7th dimension is all about. You going into higher worlds, you linking into higher levels of knowledge, all right, of those worlds. You will learn those worlds and those abilities. This is what the 7th dimension is all about. All right, so what happens when you link into that 7th dimension? You're actually taking yourself into the 8th dimension. All right, you're taking yourself to the 8th dimension, which is all the dimensions linked in together, but it's just that you have to get your mindset to the rest of it. And you remember, it's all about discipline. It's all about disciplining yourself to become something more powerful than what mankind. It's not about being a police and all this stuff. It's about being cosmic hierarchy. That's all it's about. Cosmic hierarchy. Has nothing to do with physical positions. All right? We fall victim to a system that was designed to put us in the position of physicality. Right? Because mankind has created the one-dimensional realm. We fall victim to the one-dimensional realm, thinking that we have power, but we don't realize that there are powers with an S. There are powers beyond the first dimensional realm, and all that our people can see is the first dimension: the blinders, the money, the things, the video games, the cars, the clothes. Those are all first dimensional. They're not alive. They can't breathe. They can't give you energy and power. But when you start looking at the higher dimensions, and we're at the 7th dimension, we're going to be going to the 8th, the 9th, the 10th, the 11th. All right? And remember, this channel here, we're not doing any bashing or any other thing. We're focusing on ourselves, because the key point now, is to focus on ourselves. All right? This is the true awakening. All right? So, 7th dimension, powerful realms of energy. All right, this is the first video for High Prince. All right, And as usual, all power to multi-chakra, celestial, angelic beings, and chaos reign with you forever and ever and ever. As usual, this is Brother Woodson, Prince, Sema, Bakaturi, I May chaos reign with you forever. Power to you all.